As many of you already know, when you do 300 pulls total on the standard warp banner, you're able to get yourself a free 5-star. And this decision can really change how your account is going and really put you in a much better spot than you were before, because you can get a whole new character to be able to boost your account. So in this video, I'm going to go over all 7 character options for the free 5-star, talking about their role in the game and what I think of them. And then I definitely urge you to watch it towards the end of the video, where I'm actually going to be getting my own free 5-star, because I am finally at the 300 pulls. So, going in order on the selection screen for the free 5-star, firstly is Himeko. Now, Himeko is a fire character who is on the path of erudition, and she focuses on AoE damage and also weakness break with her follow-up attacks, being able to get some extra damage in when you get 3 weakness breaks. And she does also have synergy with a free 4-star in Herta, and you also have free Eidolons for Herta as well. And that comp is also really good for farming, if you want to have faster farming runs. But all in all, if we're talking about value across the entire game, I do think Himeko is probably the least desirable of the 7 characters. She does have her value in some places, but if we're, comparing her to the other characters, she just doesn't really measure up as much. Next up, we have Welt. Now, Welt is an imaginary nihility character, and Welt focuses on, doing some damage while also making sure that the enemies are slowed down. He has mechanics with his skill and his ultimate, as well as his technique, that allow the opponents to either be just slowed down in general, or have their actions delayed with the imprisonment effect. And because of this, he becomes very solid on a lot of teams, because making the enemies move slower means that you're going to get more attacks in with your main damage dealer before the enemy gets their next turn, which can be really huge. So, for Welt, in terms of how desirable he is, I do think that with him being an imaginary character, and that we are only getting our 4th imaginary character at the start of 1.3, I think he is a very solid pick, because he does fill that niche, and he also is really the only character right now that really focuses on slowing down the enemy, so he is very unique as well. Next up, we have Bronya, who is a wind character on the path of harmony. And I think in terms of offensive support, like buffing your characters, I do think she is the best offensive support in the game, because she's able to advance your party's actions. It is one character specifically with her skill, but you can use that to boost your DPS. Her action advancement also raises their damage, and her ultimate can boost their attack and crit damage as well. So your DPS characters, who, if you built them up well, while they're already, doing some good damage, Bronya is going to make them do even better damage. And I think just based on the list, she's probably the most desirable character if you're looking at just a general point of view. And even if you have every character, her Eidolon 1 is also very good. So Bronya is one that I typically will recommend to a lot of accounts, because she's really just able to boost your damage to a whole nother level once you have her built. Then, for the 4th character, we have Gepard, who is an ice character on the path of preservation, and he is by far the best tank in the game, because his shields are very strong. I've very rarely seen a Gepard that's built properly have their shields break, and with his shields, you don't have to use skill points to keep them up, because his shields are entirely through his ultimate, and he does have a low energy value for his ultimate as well. So you're able to keep, replenishing his shields pretty consistently to make sure your team takes basically no damage once you have him built properly. And I do think that for Gepard, if you're having trouble surviving in some of the harder content, like Memory of Chaos, the Xianzhou Forgotten Hall, even Simulated Universe, I think that Gepard could be a really good option, because he's going to be able to keep your team alive, so you can try to get some clears on those. Then next up, we have Clara. Now, Clara is a physical character on the path of destruction, and Clara is definitely a very unique one when it comes to this, because her main focus is in doing damage with her follow-up attacks, and then also being able to kind of be like a damage sponge. especially if you do have her light cone, because her light cone does have some healing built in as well. So she is able to be very sustainable with that. And also, if you are running a shielder, like if you already have a Gepard, or if you're running a March 7th or a Fire MC, she works very well with them as well, just because you are going to be able to make her take even less damage, and you'll still be able to get her counterattacks off. So I think her, desirability for picking her for this free 5-star is just really if you need a physical damage dealer, and or if you like how she has survivability while she also can do some good damage. Then the second to last character here is Yanqing, who is an ice character on the Path of the Hunt. He's a very strong damage dealer, and because his talent gives him a crit rate boost and crit damage boost, he is a little easier to build than a lot of other DPSs, because he doesn't need as much investment from you through relics to be able to hit some good numbers. So if you're looking for an ice character that can do a lot of damage, and not having to put so many resources into them, because I know everyone has a bunch of characters that they still want to build and improve and stuff like that, Yanqing can definitely be a good option to sort of jumpstart you into getting some more content done. Then lastly, but certainly not least in my book, is Bailu. So Bailu is a lightning character on the Path of Abundance. She is one of 3 and soon to be 4 healers in Honkai Star Rail, since Links will be coming out in version 1.3. So Bailu's main benefits is that she is a healer, which is pretty rare right now, and on her ultimate she can give the entire team damage reduction. Her invigoration state will let characters restore a set amount of HP when they're attacked, and also she can revive your characters as well. And with the current state of the game, her value is definitely on a downward trend, just because characters with cleanse are a lot more beneficial. And right now, she is the only healer that doesn't have cleanse. And based on what we heard about Lynx from the 1.3 livestream, Lynx is also going to have some cleanse. So it is making Bailu a little less valuable. But if you did want another healer and you don't plan to summon on Fushuan's banner for Lynx, then I think Bailu could still be a good option for you. So now, getting into my choice now. Well, firstly, I have to do my last summon. So let me do that real quick. Because, yeah, alright, let's skip that. It's nothing too crazy. Okay, I got Light Cone. We'll take that. So now, to get my free character, and I thought about this a lot because I was really struggling between a couple characters just based on what my account needs right now. But because I'm going to pull for Jing Liu to fill my ice character role, I am picking Clara because I have her Light Cone at S2. But not at S2, I have it at S1. Actually, no, I do have it at S2. I do have it at S2. So I am going to pick Clara. I'm going to confirm that. I also don't have many physical characters built. The only ones I have built right now are Natasha for healing, and then Luca for like the DOT comp. Even though my Luca isn't really like that crazy built right now. But yeah, I have her Light Cone. I have it on my physical MC right now. Yeah, S2. This is going to go crazy when I build it. But yeah, with that, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, definitely be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, all that fun stuff, and I will see you all next time.